Ever find yourself shocked by how quickly minor annoyances make you snap? A slow car, a thoughtless post, or a coworker saying something ignorant. It's almost ridiculous how easily a small inconvenience can hijack your entire mood. But here's the harsh reality. It's not the thing that triggers you. It's the power you surrender in that split second. This is why the Stoics saw anger as a quiet saboteur, not dramatic, but corrosive. Epictetus once said, "You control your reactions, not the events themselves." If everything petty sends you spiraling, you're not in charge, you're just reacting. But that ends now. This video teaches you 7 Stoic approaches to stop blowing up over foolish things. The tiny frustrations that sap your energy, distract your mind, and rob you of control. By the end, you'll know exactly how to stay composed and unshaken, even in a foolish world. First, the Stoic Pause, the second that saves you from self-sabotage. Before anger takes hold, there's always a moment. A fleeting, invisible instant where you still have full control. Most people miss it. They lash out before they're even aware they're angry. Stoics, however, practice staying conscious in that sliver of time. Every outburst begins with a tiny match, a snide remark, a dismissive tone, a careless gesture, something minor, but it lands like a slap. Your reflex. Snap back, defend yourself, assert dominance. But here's the tough truth. That first response is almost always wrong. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have authority over your mind, not what happens around you." He wasn't referring to major crises. He meant the petty irritations that hijack your headspace, the 5-second anger that ruins your entire afternoon. The pause is the antidote. When irritation spikes, your brain floods with impulses. The Stoic move isn't to resist, it's to wait until the storm passes. Here's how it looks in the real world. You're in traffic. Someone swerves in front of you. Your chest tightens. Your jaw locks. Your mind screams, "React! Honk! Lash out!" But you don't. You inhale slowly, just once. In that moment, everything shifts. You step out of the fog. You see it clearly. A stranger you'll never meet again. Someone who doesn't know you exist. Their bad driving isn't worth your inner calm. That's the strength of the pause. Same at the office. A colleague says something ignorant in a meeting. Your gut reaction is to snap, call them out, embarrass them. But the pause steps in and whispers, "Is this truly worth my time?" Almost always the answer is no. The pause isn't weakness, it's controlled power. It's the ability to hold back even when you're capable of attacking. Epictetus believed that intense emotions start with a precursor, an initial wave before conscious reaction. That part's involuntary, human. But how you follow up is your choice. That's where self-mastery begins. Within the pause, you create space. In that space, clarity returns. And with clarity, anger suffocates. It loses its grip. The Stoic pause has 3 parts. Stop. Even 2 seconds can help. The body halts. The mind catches up. Breathe. A slow exhale informs the brain there's no threat. That breaks the anger's momentum. Ask, does this deserve my peace, or is it just my pride wanting control? 90% of the time, it's pride. The part of you that wants the world neat, respectful, and predictable. But life doesn't work that way, and neither do people. The Stoics knew you can't manage chaos, but you can refuse to let it take root inside your head. And here's the beautiful part. The more you practice this pause, the more space you gain. Your responses slow down, your awareness expands, your dignity returns. You stop letting every petty thing tug you around. You begin to choose your actions like a seasoned warrior, deliberate, composed, unfazed. Action step. Today, just once, when something absurd annoys you, do not react. Pause, breathe, reflect, decide. One quiet win against anger is a massive leap toward inner command. Chapter 2. Reframe the Insult. Let's face it, nothing becomes an actual insult unless you agree to take it personally. Most of the time, anger doesn't come from what someone says. It comes from how we choose to interpret their words. A random person says something foolish. A close friend makes a thoughtless remark. A stranger online drops a snide comment. Instantly, your brain translates it into a personal attack. But here's what the Stoics knew. Those words don't hurt you unless you pick them up and carry them. Epictetus explained it perfectly. What troubles you isn't what happens, but how you judge what happens. That one shift in mindset can eliminate half the anger you experience daily. Because when you really look at it, most of the comments that upset you were never actually about you. People speak from their own stress, immaturity, lack of self-awareness, fear, or frustration. But we absorb their words like they define our identity. Let's say someone calls you useless. Before that phrase becomes anything more, it's just noise, a sound formed by someone's lips. The rest is interpretation. Your ego jumps in and fills the silence. They disrespected me. They're attacking my value. I need to defend myself. But here's the better question to ask. What does this reveal about them? That question flips the script. A rude comment reflects someone's background, not your value. A jealous remark is a projection of their insecurity, not a judgment on your character. An ignorant opinion just shows their blind spots, not yours. That's the Stoic reframe. Insults don't show you. They expose the one delivering them. Their words are like mirrors, but they don't reflect you. They reveal them. Once you understand that, those comments lose their power. Imagine you're sharing an idea during a conversation. Someone cuts in with sarcasm and mockery. Your pride wants to lash out. You want to respond sharply, prove your point, take control. But the Stoic mindset steps in. This isn't about me. It's about their need to feel superior. This isn't disrespect. It's a symptom of their emotional immaturity. This isn't a threat. It's a sign they're wrestling with their own insecurities. Now, reframing doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. It means you don't let their words live rent-free in your mind. Because the moment you personalize the insult, you hand your peace to someone who hasn't earned your energy. Here's another situation. A troll comments something offensive on your social media. Your first instinct is to engage, defend yourself, correct them, prove them wrong. But instead, pause and ask, what kind of person writes this kind of message? Suddenly, the heat fades. You see it for what it is. Noise, not truth. You realize it's not worth a second of your day. Stoics didn't fear insults because they knew what most people don't. Words only carry the weight you give them. When a child says something mean, you don't get offended. You know they don't understand. When an adult behaves like a child, the same logic applies. Here's how to apply this reframing approach in your life. Detach the words from your identity. Hear them as sounds, not definitions. Trace the source. Ask yourself, is this coming from fear, ignorance, projection, or stress? Reassign the meaning. Instead of, they insulted me, shift to, they exposed something about themselves. This process gives you emotional protection. You stop letting careless remarks reach your emotional core. You stop giving your energy to people who haven't earned your attention. You stop joining battles that were never yours to fight. Perspective kills irritation. Reason ends resentment. And reframing puts the power back in your hands. not in the hands of those trying to provoke you. Action step. Think of 3 remarks that recently upset you. Now rewrite each one using the Stoic reframe. Ask, what does this say about them, not me? Just doing this will make half your anger vanish overnight. Chapter 3. The control filter. Let go of the urge to fix things that aren't yours to fix. One of the fastest ways to spiral into pointless anger is trying to manage what lies outside your hands. Reckless drivers, clueless remarks, late replies, bad manners, social awkwardness, delays. Most of these daily irritations share one root. They stem from other people's behavior, not your responsibility. The Stoics embraced a clear yet tough truth. Most of your distress is caused by attempting to manage things that are beyond your grasp. Epictetus stated it plainly. Some things depend on us, others do not. And anger, it thrives when you ignore that boundary. Here's the usual pattern. Someone says something absurd. You feel that surge of emotion, and your mind instantly flips into problem-solving mode. I need to correct them. They have to understand. They must treat me properly. They can't just say that. But the reality is this. You can't control someone else's reasoning, upbringing, mindset, behavior, or emotional control. You can't control their habits, how they interpret the world, or what they choose to say. What you can control is whether or not you let their nonsense pollute your peace. That's why Stoics created a mental system, a filter that categorizes everything into 2 simple lists. List A. What's in my power? My thoughts, my reactions, my words, my actions, my choices, my values. List B. What's out of my hands? Their attitude, their ignorance, their stress, their decisions, their behavior, their wounds. Almost every time you get mad over something minor, chances are you're wrestling with something from list B. Here's a daily example. You're in a meeting. A coworker interrupts you mid-sentence with a tone-deaf remark. Your gut tells you to challenge them, raise your voice, restore your pride. But the Stoic filter kicks in and asks, is this even mine to fix? The answer, almost never. You can't control how they think. You can't control their ego. You can't fix their personality. But you can decide how you'll respond. And in that moment of refocusing, the anger evaporates. It has nothing to grip. Let's go through a real scenario. You're having a calm morning. Coffee, focus, clarity. Then a stranger online replies to your post with something ridiculous. Part of you wants to engage, but the filter reminds you, this doesn't belong to me. This is just noise. And just like that, your peace returns. The reason the control filter works is because it forces a mindset shift, away from reacting toward taking ownership. From why are they like this to what can I choose in this moment? The Stoics weren't calm because life was easy. They were calm because they refused to hand over their inner world to things outside of their influence. Here's how to use the control filter in your daily life. Notice the signal. That instant, your frustration rises. That's the cue. Ask yourself, can I influence this? Sort it. If yes, take calm, focused action. If no, release it immediately. Redirect. Bring your attention back to what's yours. Your breath, your values, your behavior. The truth is this. Anger loses its power when responsibility becomes specific. You don't need to argue with everyone. You don't need to correct every fool. You don't need to carry around other people's chaos like it's your own burden. Your inner calm is too valuable to waste on things you never controlled in the first place. Action step. Grab a piece of paper. Draw 2 columns. Left side, mine to control. Right side, out of my control. Fill in each with actual frustrations you dealt with this week. You'll be surprised how many things that made you mad belong on the right, the side you should have released. Master this sorting system, and trivial things will stop owning your emotional life. Chapter 4. Choose the size of the problem. Here's a brutally effective way to stop blowing up over nonsense. Stop handing minor problems enormous influence. Most people don't stay angry because life is genuinely hard. They stay angry because they treat every tiny inconvenience like a personal catastrophe. A lukewarm coffee, a delayed reply, loud chewing, rude glances, or an awkward tone. None of these are real threats, yet the mind responds like they are. The Stoics understood this flaw deeply. Marcus Aurelius advised, "If it's tolerable, then tolerate it. If it's not, do something, but don't complain." That means if the problem is small, treat it as small. If it's serious, address it. But don't stay stuck in anger that achieves nothing. Unfortunately, the modern brain tends to exaggerate. It inflates, it dramatizes, it turns crumbs into cliffs. You waste precious hours stewing over things that didn't deserve 5 minutes of your attention. That's where the Stoic adjustment comes in, accurately sizing the problem before reacting to it. Picture this: you're ordering coffee, the barista messes it up. You're annoyed, you paid for something specific and they missed it. Your reaction builds, but before you explode, ask yourself, is this a crisis or just a minor hiccup? Nearly every time the honest answer is, it's minor. When you bring a level 2 situation the fire of a level 10 response, you drain your mental battery, poison your outlook, and sacrifice your peace for nothing. You hand over your emotional power to a moment that didn't deserve it. Think about the last time something small made you furious. Did it still matter 5 hours later? What about 5 days later? Probably not. Anger makes the moment look enormous. Perspective shows it's tiny. Stoics deliberately practiced minimizing problems. They zoomed out mentally, asking, will this matter next week, next month, next year? If the answer was no, they let it go. This simple shift neutralized their emotional reaction before it could spiral. Let's look at an example. You're driving. A careless driver cuts you off. You feel the jolt, adrenaline spikes, and your body prepares for battle. But then the Stoic mindset kicks in. Is this life-threatening or just irritating? You quickly realize it's neither. It's forgettable, a blip. Not worth ruining your day over. Here's the truth most people never accept. Not every inconvenience justifies an emotional response. Not every offense requires a defense. Not every irritation deserves room in your mind. If you constantly give small stuff big emotional real estate, you live a small, fragile life, where your stability depends on a world that never misbehaves, which is impossible. Now here's the Stoic process to reclaim control. Rate the issue honestly. On a scale of 1 to 10, where does it really fall? Most things barely reach a 2. Match your reaction to the rating. A low-level problem deserves a low-level response, quick, composed, and forgettable. Decide if it even needs a response. Many don't. Silence is often the highest form of strength. Refocus on something meaningful. Your work, your goals, your values. Not the petty moment trying to hook you emotionally. The moment you stop letting tiny disruptions dominate your emotions, you become the kind of person who owns their mental space. Calm, grounded, resilient. Anger becomes rare. Peace becomes your default. And all those minor problems shrink back down to where they belong. Action. Step. For the next 7 days, track your triggers. Every time something annoys you, jot it down and rate it 1 to 10. By the week's end, you'll see clearly. Almost everything that upset you was far too small to justify your anger. Chapter 5. Emotional Minimalism. There's a truth few people understand. Your inner peace is a premium asset, and each time you lose your temper over something trivial, you're spending that precious resource on something unworthy. Emotional minimalism is the Stoic discipline of conserving mental energy, deliberately refusing to waste yourself on things that don't matter. Just like minimalists declutter their homes, Stoics declutter their reactions, because nothing erodes peace faster than overreacting to nonsense. Think about an ordinary day. How many little things try to provoke you? A passive-aggressive coworker, a thoughtless comment from a family member, an impatient stranger, a distracting notification, or a petty disagreement online. Most people give away their calm instantly, but the Stoic way is different. It's about treating your emotional energy like a guarded treasure. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that he'd meet people who were arrogant, selfish, ignorant, rude, or irritable. And yet, he resolved not to let any of them disturb his balance. Why? Because peace doesn't come from having a quiet life. It comes from having a disciplined mind. That's what emotional minimalism looks like in action. Instead of reacting to every little thing, you respond to almost nothing. Instead of fighting every spark of drama, you learn to walk away with self-possession. It's not denial. It's not weakness, it's clarity. It's the discipline of protecting your limited reserves for things that deserve them. You only have so many emotional coins to spend each day. If you burn them on petty frustrations, gossip, social media spats, or imagined slights, you'll have nothing left for your priorities, your purpose, your relationships, your self-respect. But when you adopt emotional minimalism, your coins only go where they matter. Here's how it looks in practice. You stop engaging with provocation. Someone tries to bait you into conflict. You offer no energy, not because you're afraid, but because explaining yourself to nonsense is a waste. You refuse to carry others' emotions. Someone's bad mood isn't your responsibility. Their bitterness isn't your cross to bear. You value peace over proving a point. Winning arguments does nothing for your life. Keeping your dignity does everything. You decide what deserves a response, and most things don't. The world doesn't automatically earn your attention just because it's loud. You don't show up to every confrontation. Some battles are simply beneath you. Let others wrestle with their own chaos. This mental posture creates a quiet strength. People sense it. You become the person who doesn't get dragged into foolishness, the person who stays centered while others spin out. That's real strength. Emotional minimalism doesn't eliminate frustration from your life. It just prevents it from running your life. Let's apply this to a common case. A colleague throws a jab in your direction, sarcastic, unnecessary. Old you would push back, escalate, mirror their tone. But now you take one calm breath and ask, is this worth my peace? The answer is no. You give a neutral reply, or none at all. They stew in their own negativity while you stay clear and composed. That's what emotional wealth looks like. That's maturity. People want you reactive. They want you triggered, defensive, off balance. But when you remain grounded, you remove their power. That's why the Stoics said, disengage not because you're scared, but because you respect yourself too much to waste energy on chaos. Your peace is the most valuable currency you hold. Spend it only on things that build your life. Action. Step. For the next 24 hours, respond to every provocation with one of three things: a calm, not worth it; a neutral, okay; or complete silence. Count how many conflicts instantly die the moment you withhold your energy. Emotional minimalism isn't indifference, it's precision. It's the art of caring deeply, but only where it counts. Chapter 6. Build a higher standard. A resilient mind doesn't fall apart over petty things. The smaller your mission, the easier it is for small things to throw you off course. But when your mission is large, when your life is filled with direction, your tolerance for nonsense naturally disappears. This is one of the core teachings in Stoic philosophy. People who frequently lose their temper over minor issues are often people who haven't anchored themselves in something meaningful. Without a sense of purpose, every little hiccup feels like a disruption. But with purpose, annoyances become invisible. Just observe anyone with real focus. An entrepreneur building something from the ground up. A parent juggling real responsibilities. An athlete chasing greatness. A leader managing people and pressure. These individuals simply don't have the time or bandwidth to be emotionally derailed by foolishness. Why? Because their standards are high, and those standards filter out anything that doesn't match. Marcus Aurelius wasn't bothered by petty gossip because he was running an empire. Epictetus didn't waste time with rude people because he was training his mind daily. Seneca didn't get caught in petty arguments because he had wisdom to sharpen. In today's world, your empire might not be a nation, but it's your mindset, your integrity, your health, your craft, your goals. And if those aren't well defined, then anyone can interrupt your peace at any time. Here's the Stoic rule. Raise your personal standard, and the petty can no longer reach you. Let's break it down. When you operate with low expectations, you expect others to behave perfectly. You assume people should always be polite, efficient, self-aware, emotionally intelligent. But people aren't perfect. They're flawed, emotional, distracted, selfish, inconsistent. If your standard is, everyone must treat me exactly right, you'll be angry all the time. But if your standard is, I remain centered no matter what, then you're in control, always. Here's a vivid contrast. A man with no mission spends his time grumbling, irritated by slow traffic, poor service, bad attitudes. He's easily shaken because he lacks an anchor. But a man with purpose, he's up early, he trains, he creates, he sets goals, he protects his energy. When something foolish happens, he barely notices. He doesn't have time for outrage. He has something to build. Purpose hardens your mindset. When you stay focused on your long-term goals, petty distractions shrink. You stop reacting to noise because it's not worth your time. Your anger becomes selective, reserved only for situations that truly deserve it. This is why Stoics talk about living by a hierarchy of values. When your life is structured around principles, you don't hand emotional access to just anyone. You protect it. Here's how to build and maintain that higher standard. Clarify your mission. What are you aiming for? What matters most? Without direction, small problems feel huge. Establish inner rules, like, I don't raise my voice at nonsense. I guard my time. I choose composure over reaction. Rules reduce emotional confusion. Control your attention. Attention fuels emotions. Let every irritation into your head and you'll get torn apart. Protect your focus. Measure yourself by your code, not by others' behavior. Someone being rude doesn't give you permission to lose your cool. You define yourself, not them. Here's a powerful shift in perspective. As you elevate yourself, the small stuff drops away. The higher you go, the less you hear the noise. It's not that the world improves. It's that you stop stooping to its level. When your goals are serious, your reactions become measured. When your path is clear, your emotions stay calm. And when your values are firm, your inner peace becomes non-negotiable. Action step. Write down 5 values or personal goals that reflect your strongest self. Then ask, would the best version of me lose control over this? Let your standard, not your emotions, shape your response. Because a strong mind doesn't crumble over small things. It rises above them. Chapter 7. Detach from the outcome. One major reason we lose our cool over small stuff is because we're secretly attached to how we think things should go. We want conversations to be smooth. We want people to understand us. We want logic to prevail. We expect fairness. We crave respect. We assume others will act with maturity. And even when the person we're dealing with is clearly careless, reactive, or unbalanced, we still hope they'll behave properly. When they don't, frustration builds, not just because of what they did, but because of what we expected. The Stoics had a clear solution. Let go of the result. Focus on what you give, not what comes back. You don't get to choose how others interpret your words. You don't control if they get it. You can't make them appreciate your effort, honor your boundaries, or mirror your clarity. You can't control their reactions, only your own contributions. The moment you stop trying to engineer the end result, your anger starts to fade. Picture this. You calmly explain something. You speak clearly. You're respectful. But the other person answers with nonsense. Your instinct is to double down, explain again, clarify more, push for understanding. But the Stoic mind whispers, you did your part. What happens next isn't on you. Detachment isn't coldness. It's not apathy. It's knowing where your responsibility ends. Most anger comes from blurring that line. Think about a recent time someone got on your nerves. Was it their behavior, or was it the fact that they didn't meet the outcome you were silently counting on? Maybe you wanted them to listen, or to admit fault, or to change, or to just get it. But they didn't. And that gap between what happened and what you wanted, that's where your anger lived. Expectations build emotional traps. Letting go of the outcome sets you free. Here's the truth you must face. You can't force growth on someone who refuses to evolve. You can't insert reason into someone ruled by emotion. You can't demand maturity from someone stuck in blame. You can't extract truth from someone committed to misunderstanding. So why keep giving them control over your mental state? Stoics mastered the art of stepping back, not from resentment, but from wisdom. Epictetus said suffering comes from trying to bend the world to your desires. Peace comes from aligning your desires with what's real. And what's real? People will project, they'll misread, they'll lash out, they'll deflect, they'll spin stories, they'll stay stuck in drama. That's their path. Yours is to stay out of their storm. Here's how to detach in real life. Know your role. What's actually your part? Communicate honestly? Yes. Stay respectful? Yes. Set limits? Yes. Control their response? No. Deliver with clarity. Speak once, clearly. You don't owe endless explanations. Let go of the rest. If they understand, great. If not, move on. That's life. Exit when needed. Not every interaction needs closure. Not every debate needs a winner. Sometimes victory is simply not getting pulled in. When you detach, you gain a new kind of strength. You stop chasing approval. You stop justifying yourself to chaos. You stop falling into emotional traps. You let the foolish swirl in their own mess while you rise above it. Here's a real-world moment. Someone sends you a passive-aggressive text. The old you wants to respond, explain, correct. But the new you reads it, breathes, replies briefly, or not at all, because you finally realize You're not here to babysit someone else's unresolved issues. That's what detachment looks like. That's self-respect in action. Action step. This week, when someone behaves foolishly, ask, am I reacting to what they did, or to the outcome I expected from them? Then choose the Stoic response. Do your part. Let go. Move on. The less you cling to how it should go, the less power the world has to shake your peace. Chapter 8. Stoic Protocol. 30 seconds to kill the anger. When something dumb triggers you, you don't need a lecture, a journal entry, or a long meditation. What you need is a routine, a short, sharp mental routine that pulls you out of emotional fire before it burns the rest of your day. That's where the Stoic 30-second protocol comes in. It's fast, clean, and it works. The second anger begins to rise. Use it the moment you feel your patience slipping. Step 1. Freeze. 3 seconds. Stop everything. Don't talk. Don't move. Interrupt the momentum before it carries you into an action you'll regret. The reaction can't grow if you cut off its fuel. Step 2. Breathe. 5 seconds. Exhale slowly through your nose. Signal to your brain that you're not under threat. That one breath drops your nervous system out of fight or flight mode. Anger needs speed. Calm requires pause. Step 3. Name it. 5 seconds. Say it to yourself plainly. I'm frustrated. I feel dismissed. That annoyed me. When you label the feeling, you switch out of reaction mode and into observation. And once you're observing, you're already regaining control. Step 4. Shrink the moment. 7 seconds. Ask this. Am I reacting like this is a level 10 problem when it's really a 2? Almost always, the answer is yes. That reframing alone takes the sting out. You remember it's small, temporary, not worth your full energy. Step 5. Elevate your standard. 5 seconds. Ask yourself, how would the most disciplined version of me handle this? Not the angry version, not the ego-driven version, the strongest version. That question raises your baseline in real time. Step 6. Decide, engage, or exit. 5 seconds. If it's worth responding to, speak calmly and briefly. If it's not, walk away. And remember, walking away isn't weakness. It's authority. The kind of authority that doesn't waste its power proving points to nonsense. In half a minute, you go from emotional to composed, from reactive to intentional, from triggered to untouchable. Use this protocol anytime the small stuff tries to hijack your mental space. Soon, you'll notice something powerful. The irritation doesn't own you anymore. You own the moment. You've now got all the core Stoic tools that turn frustration into clarity and turn minor annoyances into background noise. Remember this. Most of the things that try to upset you aren't worth your focus, your energy, or your integrity. You weren't built to be a servant to random annoyances. You were built to take control of your inner state, with strength, with grace, and with precision. So next time someone says something dumb, next time life tosses a silly disruption in your path, next time chaos comes knocking, pause, breathe, step into your protocol. Guard your peace like the valuable currency it is, because peace isn't given. It's earned, built, and fiercely protected by how you respond to the world. And here's your affirmation for today. I choose peace over anger. If this message spoke to you, leave a comment and share it with someone who needs it. And remember, you are not here to react to everything. You are here to live with intention,